a strict disciplinarian, especially in the armed forces. Synonyms: stickler for discipline, taskmaster. Mr. N. Wezer has a reputation for being a left-wing martinet. In the coming months, his politics, as well as his aesthetic, will be put to the test. Martinet, a strict disciplinarian, especially in the armed forces. Synonyms: stickler for discipline, taskmaster. Mr. N. Wezer has a reputation for being a left-wing martinet. In the coming months, his politics, as well as his aesthetic, will be put to the test. Invective, insulting, abusive, or highly critical language. Synonyms: abuse, insult, vituperations. He is an epic misanthrope and an equal opportunity bigot, for every utterance is filled with invective or despairs. Invective, insulting, abusive, or highly critical language. Synonyms: abuse, insult, vituperations. He is an epic misanthrope and equal opportunity bigot, whose every utterance is filled with invective or despair. Arrogate, take or claim something without justifications. Synonyms: assume, acquire, seize. Europe's head of government should stand against its latest power grab, which is to arrogate to itself the right to choose the next European Commission president. Arrogate, take or claim something without justifications. Synonyms: assume, acquire, seize. Europe's head of government should stand against its latest power grab, which is to arrogate to itself the right to choose the next European Commission president. Hew, conform or adhere to. For one side to push the other to hew to the norm is costly, both because resources must be spent holding one's opponent to account. Hew, conform or adhere to. For one side to push the other to hew to the norm is costly, both because resources must be spent holding one's opponent to account. Supplant, supersede or replace. Synonyms: oust, usurp, overthrow. Political scientists and data journalists have battled for years to supplant fact-free punditry with quantitative rigor. Supplant, supersede and replace. Synonyms: oust, usurp, overthrow. Political scientists and data journalists have battled for years to supplant fact-free punditry with quantitative rigor. Importune, ask someone pressingly and persistently or to do something. Synonym: beseech, implore, solicit. Insurers typically seek a tied-up with a bank to identify and importune likely customers. Importune, ask someone pressingly and persistently for or to do something. Synonyms: beseech, implore, solicit. Insurers typically seek a tied-up with a bank to identify and importune likely customers. Glib, of words or the person speaking them, fluent and voluble, but insincere and shallow. Synonym: sleek, pat, neat. Although there is plenty to admire in the ambitious scope of this book, ultimately it is a glib work full of corner-cutting sleight of hand. Glib, of word or the person speaking them, fluent and voluble, but insincere and shallow. Synonyms: slick, pat, neat. Although there is plenty to admire in the ambitious scope of this book, ultimately it is a glib work full of corner-cutting sleight of hand. Arbitrations, the use of an arbitrator to settle a dispute. Synonyms: adjudications, mediations. This new model treaty would compel foreign investors to seek redress in India Clock Court before doing it via international arbitrations. Arbitrations, the use of an arbitrator to settle a dispute. Synonyms: adjudications, mediations. This new model treaty would compel foreign investors to seek redress in India Clock Court before doing it via international arbitrations. Shirk, avoid or neglect a duty or responsibility. Synonyms: evade, dodge, get out of. This in turn would make them less likely to shirk their responsibilities because they would lose more if they were caught and got fired. Shirk, avoid or neglect a duty or responsibility. Synonyms: evade, dodge, get out of. This in turn would make them less likely to shirk their responsibility because they would lose more if they were caught and got fired. Fecund, producing or capable of producing an abundance of offspring or new growth. Synonyms: fertile, fruitful, productive. The government will then rent the home to young couples. The more fecund, the better. Fecund, producing or capable of producing an abundance of offspring or new growth. Synonyms: fertile, fruitful, productive. The government would then rent the home to young couples. The more fecund, the better.